What if I told you, there's a planet where it rains glass sideways? Or a star so dense, a teaspoon of it would weigh more than Mount Everest. And somewhere out there, scientists have found a signal they still can't fully explain. This isn't science fiction. This is real. And it's coming straight from NASA's discoveries. Space isn't just big. It's weird. The more we explore, the less normal things seem. NASA has spent decades looking into the universe, and instead of simple answers, it keeps finding strange, almost unbelievable stuff. Let's go through some of the most curious things NASA has uncovered. 1. The planet where it rains glass. There's a planet called HD 189733b. It looks beautiful from far away. Deep blue, almost like Earth. But don't be fooled. Winds there move at over 5,000 miles per hour. And instead of water, it rains molten glass. Sideways. Imagine tiny shards of glass flying faster than bullets. No human could survive even a second there. NASA discovered this using space telescopes by studying how light passes through the planet's atmosphere. What they found shocked even scientists. This tells us something important. Not all planets are friendly. Some are pure chaos. 2. A star that shouldn't exist. NASA found a star called a neutron star. It's what remains after a massive star explodes. But here's the crazy part. It's so dense that one teaspoon of it would weigh billions of tons. Let that sink in. These stars are basically giant atomic cores. Matter is crushed so tightly that atoms break apart. And yet, they still spin. Some spin hundreds of times per second. Scientists still don't fully understand how matter behaves under such extreme pressure. It's like physics starts bending the rules. 3. The sound of a black hole. Space is silent, right? Not exactly. NASA recorded something from a galaxy cluster called Perseus. They turned pressure waves into sound, and what came out was haunting. It's the sound of a black hole. Deep, low, almost like a cosmic hum. Of course, you wouldn't hear it in space directly. But when converted, it becomes one of the creepiest sounds ever recorded. It reminds us that space isn't empty. It's active, alive in a strange way. 4. A planet made of diamonds. There's a planet scientists believe could be made largely of diamond. It's called 55 Cancri e. It's about twice the size of Earth and orbits very close to its star. The pressure and temperature there are so extreme that carbon could turn into diamond. Imagine an entire world glittering like a jewel. But again, it's not a place you'd want to visit. Surface temperatures go over 2000 degrees Celsius. Still, it shows how different planets can be. Earth is just one version of many possibilities. 5. The mystery signal from space. NASA has detected strange radio signals called fast radio bursts, FRBs. They are extremely powerful. In a split second, they release more energy than the sun does in days. The weird part, some of them repeat. This has made scientists curious. What could cause such signals again and again? Some think it's neutron stars. Others are not so sure. There's no proof of alien life. But the mystery is still open. And that's what makes it exciting. 6. The coldest place ever found. You might think Antarctica is cold. But NASA found a place in space called the Boomerang Nebula. It's even colder than outer space itself. Temperature there drops to around -272 degrees Celsius. That's just 1 degree above absolute zero. At that point, atoms barely move. It's the coldest natural place ever recorded. And we still don't fully understand how it got that cold. 7. A giant storm that never ends. On Jupiter, there's a storm called the Great Red Spot. NASA has been observing it for over 300 years. Yes, 300. It's a massive storm, bigger than Earth itself. And it just keeps going. No clear end. Storms on Earth last days. Maybe weeks. This one has lasted centuries. It shows how different weather can be on other planets. 8. The search for another Earth. NASA is constantly looking for Earth-like planets. So far, they've found thousands of exoplanets. Some are in what scientists call the habitable zone. That means water could exist there. And where there's water, there could be life. But finding a true Earth twin is still a challenge. The universe is huge. And we've only explored a tiny part of it. 9. Mars might have had life. Mars is dry now, cold and dusty, but NASA missions have found signs that it once had rivers, lakes, maybe even oceans. That raises a big question. Did life ever exist there? Even simple microbes would change everything we know. NASA is still searching, and future missions might finally give us an answer. 10. The universe is expanding faster than expected. Here's something that confuses even top scientists. The universe is expanding. That's known. But NASA data suggests it's expanding faster than predicted. Something is pushing galaxies apart. They call it dark energy. But honestly, no one really knows what it is. It makes up about 70% of the universe. And we barely understand it. Final thought. The more NASA explores, the stranger the universe becomes. Planets with glass storms. Stars that break physics. Signals we can't explain. It almost feels like the universe is trying to surprise us. And maybe that's the point. We are still at the beginning. Every discovery leads to more questions. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. Out there, in that silent darkness, there are things we don't understand yet. And that's what makes it beautiful. If this blew your mind even a little, stay curious. Because the universe still has secrets left to reveal.